I was a single mom with a young child and a very demanding job. That meant I couldn't fly off with my friends at a moment's notice for the weekend. I learned that I should not envy their freedom. I had a darling little baby. I was simply at a different stage in my life. So I say, in each stage of your life, own your choices and don't compare the drawbacks of your choices to the advantages of other people's choices. But your choices are also not binary or linear. They're going to be zigs and zags along your life's course.
That is great advice. That was Valerie Jarrett in her 2017 commencement speech to Spelman College graduates, talking about that long runway. And she would know. After a successful career in corporate law, a storied tenure in the Chicago's mayor's office, and being the CEO of a real estate company in 2009 at the age of 52, Valerie would step into the White House as an advisor to President Barack Obama. Known as the other side of Obama's brain, she went on to become the longest-serving senior advisor to the president in U.S. history. And she recently was honored on the Forbes and Know Your Value 2024 50 over 50 U.S. list, once again underscoring that age is no barrier to excellence. And Valerie joins us now because the runway, Valerie, continues. She's now CEO of the Chicago-based Obama Foundation, and along with us is Vice Chair of Forbes and Know Your Values 3050 Summit, MSNBC contributor Huma Abedin, and editor of Forbes Women, Maggie McGrath. So we are so happy to have you with us, Valerie. Congratulations on making this year's 50 over 50 impact list. And I love asking this question, so I want to begin by asking you my favorite question that I ask to all the honorees. When you were in your 20s and 30s, did you ever imagine and envision your career after the age of 50 and well beyond?
Not in my wildest dreams. Good morning, Ree. I want to just thank you for this honor. I'm delighted to be in such extraordinary company. And I think, look, as you know, Mika, I really didn't have a path in my early career. I was kind of doing what everyone else thought I should do, and I was not listening to the most important voice, and that's the quiet one within us. And it wasn't until I was both miserable and thought my daughter would never really be proud of me the way I am of my mom, but I took this leap of faith and joined local government, a path that everyone thought was a zigzag and certainly not a straight line. And it's where I found my voice and my passion.
Well, Valerie, speaking of your daughter, one of my favorite things about your inclusion in this year's list is that Laura, who is a co-anchor of the Saturday Today Show, was the one who nominated you to be on the 50 over 50. Know Your Value recently spoke with Laura, and here's a little bit of what she had to say.
Okay, Mom, did you really think you could get Forbes 50 over 50 and I wouldn't have something to say about it? You're obviously a no-brainer for it, and I would know, because I nominated you. You're an inspiration to so many women around the world at every age because you show them the art of the possible. Not only are you an amazing mother and hardworking and an amazing daughter and a good friend, but you really love hard, you work hard, you play hard, and I'm so, so proud of you because I know you're just getting started.
So, Valerie, I want to know, what does it mean to you to hear those words? And also, what's the takeaway about age and careers for women like your daughter, Laura?
Well, first of all, Maggie, you're trying to make me cry by playing that clip with my daughter. The proudest thing I ever did, of course, was to raise Laura. And I'll tell you something. When I finished my book, Laura went out with me on tour, and a friend of ours, Tina Chen, asked Laura a question. She said, what did you learn about your mom in her book that you didn't know? And Laura said, I had no idea how guilty she felt when she was a young working mother. And I felt like I was holding on by my fingertips, and I was trying to be perfect, and I was trying to do everything. And I thought I was the only one who was having a difficult time. And she said, you were a great mom. And I realized, first of all, I wish she'd said that when I was much younger, not when she was 30. But I think so many people in their early careers in particular are so worried about doing everything, particularly women. We think we have to do it all ourselves. And we don't. We have to recognize that life is full of chapters. And in one chapter, you're struggling and you're trying to be a good mom and work in your career. In other chapters, it's a different balance. And so it's never in perfect balance. And that's one of the things that I tell young women in particular. And what I think I now experience being over 50 is that I'm in a different chapter. And the question isn't, can you have it all, and particularly all at the same time? The question is, do the chapters of your book add up to a whole? And do you continue to add chapters? And what you all have done, Mika, you were inspiring of this, of course, with Know Your Value, and Maggie, your willingness to get Forbes behind this, and Huma, your leadership on this issue, allows women of a certain age to put the spotlight on what we are continuing to do. And that's as it should be.
Well, speaking of chapters, Valerie, we were at a very exciting chapter, I think, for our party a few weeks ago together at the Democratic Convention in Chicago. We are just 60 days away from another historic election. You know exactly what it took to elect our first Black male president. And you're also aware of the role that sexism and misogyny and racism has played in our political cycles. So I'm curious, do you think that America's evolved, watching what we witnessed in 2016 and the role particularly that sexism played then? Have we evolved to have women in leadership roles in this country? And if not, what do you think still needs to change?
Well, in short, Huma, yes, I think we have. And certainly no one knows better than you how hard everyone worked back in 2016. And we've learned a lot since then. And I think what Hillary Clinton did is she shattered the glass ceiling, but it didn't quite break. And what I expect Vice President Harris to do is to break it into the zillions of pieces that we've been waiting for. And I think what she has said very aptly is, look, she's not running because she's a woman. She's not running because she's a person of color. She doesn't expect to win because of those issues. She expects to win because she is actually the most qualified person running for office. And that's what's most important. And I think the issues that she cares about, working families, creating opportunity, she lived the American dream. And what she's often said is she wants to make that dream available to every American. And I think at a time right now when our country's feeling so polarized, she helps bring us together. She puts joy and laughter and a sense of unity back in our country. And that's why I think it has been so electric over the last 6 weeks. And we just have to not take, as we all know, a single vote for granted and work really hard through Election Day. But I am confident that she will win.
I couldn't agree with you more, and especially the point you made about doing the work, which she is clearly prepared to do. And speaking of, in just 5 days, she will be debating, for the first and maybe only time, debating Donald Trump. What do you think the #1 thing she needs to accomplish in that debate is?
I think she will exude the reason why she deserves to be president of the United States. Confidence on the issues, confidence in her demeanor, her temperament, her inclusion, her willingness to do the work, as you said. And look, I have complete confidence when the country contrasts her strengths and talents and experience, she will come out victorious. And I think debates are an opportunity on a big stage to see how people handle that kind of stress. But I also think what we've seen in the course of the last 6 weeks on the campaign trail and at the Democratic Convention also speak to her qualifications. And she's rolled up her sleeves and she takes her case directly to the American people, and she knows she has to earn every single vote because she's the most qualified person for the job.
Valerie Jarrett, thank you so much. It is so good to see you. And for more information on the 50 over 50 lists, go to knowyourvalue.com. Huma Abedin and Maggie McGrath, thank you both as well.